Welcome everyone to another stream. This is Dmitry, and today we are going to have 14th stream edition of Network Programmability Lab. I'm very excited about this. In total, this is around, I think, like 30 stream, and I just realized that I have been streaming for more than half a year now. So I guess we started either in late November or in early December. So I didn't realize how fast the time goes. This is extremely exciting. So today we are going to talk about Cisco NSO. We already had one stream about Cisco NSO 2 weeks ago. And this time we are going to continue this journey. Before we are going to do that, though, as usual, there are a couple of news that I would like to share. It will be, as last time, very short, probably less than 10 minutes. So let's start. So first of all, the translation of the book and exercises from the Python for network engineers, which is a book and exercises, is ongoing. I'm doing this translation from Russian to English. I don't have the date, but I'm very excited about this. So I every Saturday I dedicate some time to spend on this. So it's ongoing, and I do hope that at some point we will be able to make an announcement together with author that it's available in English. So my plan is to get the exercises translated first. So this will not take a lot of time, but the book itself, it's more than 800 pages, so it will take a while. So I already talked about this book before. This is basically a Python for network engineers course where all of the examples and exercises are really focused on the networking domain area, which is very exciting. So it's not just Python course where you discover loops and if conditions and so on. It's very much focused on network engineers. So all of the examples are like, okay, let's parse this output. Let's try to understand how we can interact with this log message, how we can interact with network devices and so on. This was not written by me, but by my colleague Natasha. Who is famous Russian instructor. So previously she was Network Academy instructor, and she also had other Cisco courses. Now she's doing programming courses full time. Very excited to do this work, and I hope it will be done in the nearest future, but obviously there is a lot of work to be done there. Okay, another thing is PyEnv. So I showed you a little bit of PyEnv last time, and during the week I actually migrated some of my Linux servers to PyEnv as well, and I can't stress enough how wonderful this tool is. Well, at least for my use cases, I was really so happy when I got it up and working, and it's so easy as well. So this tool allows you to install multiple Python distributions on your machine. It's Windows is not supported though, so only Mac and Linux. It installs it directly from source. You can install any Python version you want and multiple Python versions, and then only with one command you can say PyEnv global Python PyEnv global 370 or something, and then it will switch all the symlinks to Python 3.7. So whenever you type Python or pip, it will use the version that you selected. Very amazing tool, especially during this transition period when there is a new release of Python. Like right now, there was Python 3.7, it was just released, and there is still some libraries that do not fully support it. So it's very awesome way to check out the new release while you still need to do your production code in more stable version like 3.6, for example. So I strongly encourage you and recommend to use it. Once you get it set up once, it's so easy to replicate this kind of setup on any kind of machine. It's literally like 4 commands, I guess. So first you need to install it. Second, you need to add additional paths into your environmental variable path. So you just add 2 folders, and then you can say pyenv install on your version, and then you can say pyenv global to switch between versions. Very awesome tool. Very much recommended. Another thing is Python packaging. So Shopee interface Brie, thank you very much for subscription. I guess it's you, Tony. Very much appreciated for following, man. So Python packaging. At my work, I'm doing a lot of Python stuff. It's like 95% of my work is doing some kind of Python. And one of the projects that I'm currently doing, I wrote basically an application to interact with some of our systems, but I realized that I have to reuse this code in different places. So what I decided to do, is that I have this application, I'm going to convert this to library so that I can reuse this code very easily in other projects. And it was so much pain that I did not expect it's going to be so. And I already did some of packaging before, so I already did develop some Python libraries before, so I know roughly the process and I have some examples. So I guess, it shouldn't be that hard. But once I started doing that, there were so many issues, and I spent literally more than 1 week, and that's still not done. There are issues like in application, I tend to use .env files using Python decouple library, where you put your env file together with your application, and then you Python decouple library will be able to use those secrets, so different kind of tokens and all this stuff. Awesome. But then if you change it to library, your Python code will be stored in your Python paths, which will be side packages directory somewhere near your Python interpreter. So you can't really use this method anymore. You have to do some magic there. So this was the first pain point. The second, then, it's setup.py file. So you have to create your setup.py. And in my case, it was actually a little bit more complex than usual, because I forked one of the public libraries and I did some changes there, which I thought are extremely important for my project. So I had to use in my setup.py dependency, which is a fork of the public library, which is available on my GitHub page. And this was even more painful than I thought. So there was a couple of days this week where I spent just the whole day Googling and trying to figure out on a toy project how to do that. I got most of the stuff working, fortunately, but actually not 100% the way I wanted it to. I even ended up opening 2 issues on pip repository. One was for discussion because I really didn't understand how this feature is working, and second one is for a bug, at least from my perspective it's a bug. So yeah, this was my 1 week journey into Python packaging with all of the code of actual application ready, of actual library ready. It was very, very painful, and my walls in my home office probably haven't heard so many swear words for a while. So yeah, unfortunately, Python packaging still has some problems. There are tools that are trying to solve this problem, but I don't think any of those is really an answer. So I tend to use ppenv, but ppenv is only useful for applications, not for libraries. So I'm looking on other tools like Poetry. Poetry looks very interesting, but I didn't have a lot of hands-on yet. And someone actually suggested on Twitter that I should record something just describing all of these different tools in Python packaging world, tools like setup tools, requirements txt, pyenv, pipenv, Poetry, and so many other tools that are available there. It's extremely confusing for people who haven't done it before, and so I guess at some point I'm going to release something, but I don't want to be the to dedicate a stream for it. Maybe either like blog article or just a separate video specifically covering the tools, but I haven't selected yet anything. Another news is PEP 572 assignment expressions got released as a draft right now for Python 3.8, but well, it's very controversial topic right now in the Python world. If you haven't seen it, let me actually bring this up here. PEP 572, it talks about what is called assignment expression. So it introduces new syntax in Python called, well, not called, but it's something like this, where it's column equal, and you can use it in like if statements or while statements and so on, where you can actually assign some expression directly to a variable and also do some checks directly in your while or if statement or like comprehension. So I do believe the feature is cool itself, but I literally hate this syntax. I think it's super ugly, and there was a lot of debate on the internet. A lot of core devs were against this feature, but our Python BDFL Guido accepted it anyway. So we'll see what will be the result, but I am not extremely excited. I think I don't want to see this kind of syntax in Python, so I'm a little bit disappointed with this PEP, but we'll see. There is not much I can do. Guido accepts whatever he wants, so regardless of what a lot of other people think. So yeah, that's a reality. Another thing is a Discord channel. So we do have a Discord channel for quite a while, but I'm thinking to killing it actually. The reason why is that it's not extremely active. It's partially, well, it's mostly my fault as well. I don't really have a lot of time to actually, start some discussions and keep them alive. And so there isn't much on my Discord channel, even though there are some people there. So I'm thinking of killing it and either not have some chat outside of the stream at all, or create a channels on somewhere like Network to Code Slack. I don't know yet. So let me know what you think about it. Do you even need a place to have some kind of discussion outside of the stream on similar topics or not? Right now I'm thinking that it's better off without yet another place. We could just use Network to Code general channel or something like this, which is specifically focused on network programmability. I don't really know yet, but I'm thinking about killing it. Okay, and the last one that I actually didn't put here is the Chinook or Chinook, I don't know how correctly to pronounce it, but it's Chicago Network Operators Group conference. Their presentations and slides have been posted on YouTube. And actually today I had spent some time looking on this one, Python for Network Engineers by Jeremy Schulman, who is working right now in Juniper. So I think it was a great presentation. I strongly recommend it. I'm not 100% sure it will give you a clear path on how to start with Python, but I did like a lot of his thoughts during this presentation. I mostly agree with the speaker. So great presentation, only 30 minutes. So strongly encourage you to watch it, or some other presentations. There are some other cool stuff, like there is about specifically networking topics, as well as some network automation topics as well. Okay, that's pretty much it for today's announcements / blog part. Let's go to well, let me remind you what we did last time, and let's move to today's agenda. So last time we were checking the Nornir, which is a Python automation framework written by David Barroso and two other guys. And basically, we covered majority of features there. We did a hands-on. I found it extremely interesting project. I'm thinking about migrating my current Ansible stuff into that. I discussed in a lot of details why I'm thinking to drop Ansible. So yeah, if you're interested, I check it out. Check out my stream recording, or just check out the project. It's not really hard to get started if you know Python. The main idea there is that instead of writing playbooks in YAML, you just write Python code there, which sometimes feels like a great idea, and actually it feels as a great idea more often than I thought it would be. So yeah, I'm migrating to Nornir for some of my projects from Ansible. This is what we were doing last time. Okay, and let me, there is some discussion in the chat, but I haven't paid attention at all today. So, okay, +1 NTC channel. I don't think current viewers mind if not moderated or updated. There is no problem there. Is NTC Slack open to anyone? Yeah. So yeah, Network to Code Slack, for if you didn't hear about it before, so this is just a community mostly about network programmability. So actually it makes sense for me to migrate there, either in some channel or create my own channel. And there are a lot of people doing some kind of network automation or just interested in getting started. So as far as I know, Network to Code itself is a company where one of our viewers right now is working at, and they do consultants work. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they focus specifically on network programmability. Okay. Been meaning to watch the YDK one from China. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one yet, but we had the stream about YDK actually before, and I have some doubts about using YDK. But that's another story. Okay, so let's move to today's topic, which is Cisco NSO. We already had one stream before where we went through first example, where we were using NetScene, which is emulation of configuration daemon of different operating system. In our case, we were using Cisco IIS emulation. We were checking how you can interact with network devices using their NSO CLI, how you can create templates, how you can create groups, and how you can create templates, how you can apply templates to the groups, and how you can create variables for your templates as well. All of that was in CLI. So today I'm going to focus on a couple of things. First, we are going to migrate from the conft simulation to our virtualized lab. So I do have my lab here with a bunch of devices. I have here IIS devices. I have here ISXC, CSRs. I actually have one Arista switch, but I don't know if there is a package for Arista right now. So we will at least add a couple of devices from here to NSO, and we'll try to manage them. Second, we are going to take a look on their GUI, on their web GUI, and I also hope that we will try doing some API, so we will try to interact with it using API as well. I told you last time that I really wanted to dedicate some time learning it during the week, but unfortunately I didn't have a chance. I was stuck with Python packaging for the whole week. So basically since 2 weeks ago I haven't touched any NSO stuff at all. So probably it's going to be a little bit more boring than usual. So I don't really have a lot of knowledge about NSO. So we are going to learn everything on the fly today. Yes, I'm doing most of my streams. So unfortunately that's the case. I do hope I will dedicate some time during the week to actually learn it, because I really need to for my project. Okay, let's get actually started. So what do I have here? I have here a couple of routers that are acting as hosts. I have a couple of access switch devices which are running IIS, and one of them is running Arista EOS. I have a couple of distribution switches which are running IIS, and here I have I think ISXC routers. I have no literally plan what exactly I want to do today, so we'll just do everything on the fly. That said, before the lab as usual, I have some technical difficulties before my stream. So today in the morning I realized that I don't have any IP connectivity with my usual server where I run my lab. So what I had to do was I had to spin up a new one. Well, I had my backup server, but the lab was not there, so I had to migrate a bunch of stuff there, had to install NSO there. So this is what I was doing today in the morning. I got most of my stuff up and running, but probably there are some still artifacts that are not working. So here is the CLI. I have my access switch devices. I have my core switches, and I already checked connectivity just before the stream, so I have IP connectivity directly from my management station, from my server where I usually run NSO or my scripts or Ansible, whatever it is. So that's some good news. Okay, so let's do this. I also opened the course developed by Jason, who is also on the stream right now. Jason Belk, the NSO course from Cisco IT, but I'm not sure if you will be able to walk through it step by step. I'm thinking about just going directly through the docs and try to find in the docs what I need to do. So for example, I need to add devices to my NSO database. I need to do I need to connect to them and so on and so forth. So I'm thinking about I will pull up the NSO docs and I'll just try to make sense out of it directly from docs instead of following the course. But this is a course that everyone recommended me, so sooner or later I will go through this course. So I actually forgot to pull up the docs. So give me a second, I will find them on my computer. And I also found out that besides the webpage there is also a PDF version, so I'm going to pull up that. Let me see. Okay. PDF. Okay, so let's see. So there is getting started guide and there is user guide. Probably we will be referencing user guide the most. What else? I think that's pretty much it for now. So let's do this just to have some kind of refreshment of what we were doing 2 weeks ago, both for me and for you guys. I'm going to pull up that first example again, and I'm going to spin up the NSO instance again the same way, and just to check that I can still do some kind of tasks there. That's my plan. So I remember me doing this, which is creates a NetSim simulation, and then I'm using NSC setup command to actually create like an empty instance of database and all necessary files for NSO to work. So let's actually go ahead and do it. Well, I already created this network, so I should be able to have netsim files here, which I do. So I should be able now to say NSC setup netsim -dir dot. Let me also do this. Let me hide sidebar. Okay, so now I should be able to create a bunch of files. You see, before I just had netsim folder. Now I have like different packages, CDB and so on and so forth. Now I should be able to start my netsim topology here, which should start for Cisco IS conf-d daemons. And now I should be able to start NSO itself using NCS command. I'm still curious why they didn't rename this to NSO itself, because this was the older name of the product. So this will take a while, or not a while, I don't know. Let's see. Oops, that's definitely not good. here goes my stream. Oops. In CS package upgrade failed with the reason this is not really helpful. You know what, let me just try again, and I mean usually it never works, but who knows. This is unfortunate though. Meanwhile, I will pull up another of my servers, which was dead one hour ago, where NSO was working for sure. Let's see if that works. Okay, I actually can reach my another server, which is a good news. But let me just also check if actually this works the second time. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I can connect here. Now let's check if I can connect from NSO CLI. Okay, this worked. But this failed though. Okay, I'm going to try everything again. Let's see if this will work. So I'm stopping netsim, so I'm stopping my convd daemons. I think I will have to delete everything from here. So let's go through this again. So NCS netsim create network, pass to the packages net Cisco IS3C. Okay, So now I should be able to start my daemons. Okay, this worked. Now I should be able to say netsim CLI IC1, and I am able to connect to the daemon. I have to say nsc setup, specify netsim directory, which is going to be netsim, and save everything in the current folder. So this creates a configuration database. Now I start NSO. Let's see if this works. Meanwhile, I am going to do the similar thing on my main server. Okay, this worked. Maybe I just did something wrong. Okay, I am connected to an NSO instance. Show run devices device. Okay, this looks much better. So I have my connection data, and then the last step was devices connect. And now I should be able to say, I also need sync from. Okay, sync was successful. And now I should be able to say show run devices device C0 config. Okay, so this actually worked fine. Okay, so that's good. I think we can actually go ahead and stop this netsim instance. I guess we will start with NCS stop. And then NCS netsim stop. Okay, so our const instances are down. Okay, now I think we are pretty much ready to go ahead and do stuff. So I am thinking that probably you can add devices directly via GUI or via CLI. So I think we'll try to do both. So first, let me see. Oh, okay, I stopped NSO, so obviously this will not work. We have to find first let's go to the home directory, cd projects. Let's do I can go directly into Network Programmability Lab, and I can say, let's do here directory called NSO data. Awesome. Okay, so now I should use that NCS setup command, which will create a database. So NCS setup destination NSO data. Okay. So if I look on NSO data, this is up and running. Well, not up and running. This just we created the files. So let's go there and let's start NSO instance. NSC. Okay. So once this is done, I should be able to go to GUI, but I forgot what is the port. Okay, it's 8080. Is it admin? Yeah, it's admin. Okay, so this is a web GUI. Let's see. A commit manager, configuration editor, device manager, service manager. I guess we have to connect here to device manager. We would like to add a device. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So I have AS. Let's do this. I will also put a prefix like SJ ASW1. Okay, this wasn't that bad. Okay, what else can I do here? Metadata, address choice, use LSA. I have no idea what this is, but it's alright. SSH. Okay, here like I can't really find intuitively what exactly I have to change, at least for now. Device profile, description, auth group. I was reading there was something about auth group, so I guess I need to do something with the auth group, but right now I have no idea really. Let's check this again. Auth group, name, address choice. Oh, okay. Okay, for now I can't make sense out of it. There is one additional thing that I would like to check, and this is packages. If I actually have the... Oh, I don't have a package here. Interesting. So I actually can't... When we were using NetTheme, it went ahead and copied the IS package from someplace. But now it's not the case though, because I wasn't creating it from the NetTheme. So yeah, let's just check the guide. What do they say? CLI quick start. Okay, so if I go to the CLI right now and CLS NCS CLI minus C minus U admin, I will be able to access it, but I don't think I will have any devices, which makes sense. Here they have something. Unseen NRG, thank you very much for following. There is some comments in the chat. I think device via GUI is probably the least helpful. GUI is good for exploring Yang model and visualizing service models. Okay, good to know. So thanks, Jason. Okay, so right now I can't do this because I don't have devices. Do CLI modes, operational, configure. To CLI styles, Cisco and Juniper. Okay, let's go ahead and check the index. This is just explaining how you can actually use the CLI itself. This is not exactly what I'm looking for. NCSConf. Hey Jason, do you mind explaining briefly what is the auth group release? I don't have anything. Okay. I'm pretty sure that I have the files. Yeah, I have the packages, but I'm not yet sure even how to install them. When I was using NetSim, it was doing symlinks directly. So if I go, for example, to in CS and CS47 examples, getting started using NCS 1 and then packages, and I can see here Cisco-IS, which I guess is just a symlink somewhere. Yeah, it's a symlink. Package needs to be untarred and put into the packages folder. Okay, but I guess there are some default packages in my default installation. I just don't have them in my project. So I guess I have to create a symlink or something to this folder. Okay. Install packages. Yeah, I'm thinking just creating a symlink. Okay, this will install packages directly from remote repo. This what not what I want because I have packages themselves. Okay, I think I'm going to just create a symlink. So okay. So I guess okay. This looks better. Okay, now I have the package. Perfect. Okay, good. Still trying to understand these different guides. Let's look on the content here. We don't need monitoring, backup restore, no troubleshooting, alarms, packages, advanced topics, logs. No, no, no. None of this is what I want. Guess I will just need user guide. HA and so deployment, global settings, loading the required packages. Whatever, we got packages working, let's continue. So deployment, preparing and so installation, packages upgrade. No, none of that is interesting to us. Okay, device manager introduction and packages starting and so daemon. How you can synchronize devices if you don't have one yet? Okay, before moving forward, I'm going to check one other thing. So in the examples, there should be an soconf file which I'm just going to check and see ncsconf. Okay then. So you're saying 102. Okay. Creating auth group, adding real device, adding device group. Okay. Let's do this. Thank you, Jason, for helping me with this. So devices, auth groups, group. Uh, so those, I guess, those are actually credentials, kind of like template credentials. So you need to have like the same pair everywhere, right? Remote name, admin, remote password, password, admin, remote secondary password. I don't know what it means, but I'm going just to trust you. Okay, commit. For new auth group, let's add a login name. Okay. Key pieces of information: device name, IP address, device type. Is it netconf or CLI? Auth group, SSH keys. SSH keys. You can't connect if you just have SSH credentials. Okay, let's just do this. Meanwhile, I'm also going to add this to my notes. Probably it would be a good idea to delete this one. I don't know, stuff like this is quite confusing, I must say. Okay. Sage fetch host keys. This doesn't work for me though. Or it was directly on the device. Okay. I always forget the mode devices sync from. Okay, so now I should be able to say show configuration, devices, device. See. Okay, now this is our actual device though. So if I go to ASW1, if I do show run, actually, you know what? Let's copy this one. And I always forget how to split screen here. And let's collect this one. It's almost on one-to-one basis. Looks good to me. Okay, we got our first device for first almost real device there. Now, let me do this first. Let me go ahead and check if there is package for Arista as well. I don't remember. Arista. There is Arista DCS, but I don't think it's EOS. Or maybe this, I don't know. Maybe I just should go ahead and try, why not? As I said, before doing that, I need to make sure I can admin access it, because I don't think I set up SSH access there. So maybe I did. Oh, I did. Perfect. Okay, let's try. I don't think I downloaded the package though. .481. Nope, I don't think it's something that's supported. I don't know, this I will investigate this not on the stream offline. Let's just add other of our devices. So we have two access switch IS devices. Well, most of them are iOS. However, the BR1 is different. BR1 is CSR, so it can run actually netconf, but I don't yet know how to do that in netconf. So let's do this. Let's add a bunch of devices. So it says this is pretty much the same. State admin state unlocked. I will not be able to add this one, but I will be able to add my core switches. And at the very bottom, ISP devices, I think they are also running IIS, not ISXC, but I don't remember. Yeah, those are also IIS devices. So we'll apply the same thing. This is going to be 41 and 42, and this is going to be ISP1 P1. This is going to be ISP1 P1 as well. SP2 P1. Okay. Okay, this looks good to me. Let's go ahead and apply this. Oops, this didn't work out so well. I think I have to add top. Something is not working. Oh, spaces. No. Okay. Now, let me check. Let me try to remember how I can check the difference. Show. I don't think it's show config. It's actually show config. Show config. So all of these devices are going to be added. Blah blah blah. It's the commit. Okay. So now I should be able to say devices sync from devices device Of course I forgot the SSH stuff. No, I don't have DNS names, unfortunately. I need this SSH fetch host. Can I do this for all of the devices at the same time? I thought I would be able to say SSH devices and then just everything. Oh, there is one. Devices fetch SSH crossed keys. Sweet. Okay, now I should be able to say devices sync from. Okay, now the sync is done. So now I should be able to say show running config devices device config. Device config. Okay. So my router here. There's some NTP server. Okay, so all of these devices are in sync. Meanwhile, let's also go ahead. Oh, I didn't even reload here. That's pretty slick. So I just changed it up and it's right here. So let's go to the dashboard. So 6 devices connected. Why I can't do anything? No, services is something else. Cisco IS reload. Okay. Let's see if we'll be able to add device using netconf. I think this may not necessarily work. So the syntax was devices device sj pr1 auth group net proc stream device type netconf. Interesting. Net AT netconf. What is the difference between LSA netconf and netconf and brackets netconf? I think I can just specify netconf and this should work. Uh, you know what, Jason? I should have gone through your course. No. Let's see. This doesn't make sense. I thought I'm going to have two devices, but this shows only one. Oh, I think I know why. Yeah, I was doing it from improper level. Oops. Okay. Let's do commit. That's pretty slick. So the second I did commit, this device appeared here. So sorry guys, I'm so curious. I guess they have WebSocket connection or something. They don't seem to use WebSockets here, but just JSON RPC. I have never used JSON RPC before, so but still pretty cool that it instantly reloads the web page. Okay. Okay, so I'm curious if this will work for netconf devices. Whew, let's try. Show config. No, devices sync from. This is not good. Let me try checking if I can actually connect. So old-fashioned way by copy pasting XML RPC directly into the SSH prompt. Okay, yeah, I'm able to get the config using netconf easy without any problems, but doesn't seem to work for the devices though. Doesn't advertise any known Yank models. Don't do this to me. Whenever I see this happens, I'm like, let me check the chat. Show running config devices. Okay, I did that. You can do display XML. We did that last time, so we were playing with the CLI quite a lot, but I already forgot everything. I like WebUI Prime more, that's why I built it. Yeah, great. Seems like a great course. At least I was able to find how to connect to devices very easy, so that's pretty cool. Netconf devices require you to compile your own net using Pioneer package. Probably whole another video, not a simple thing to start with. Okay then, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's also, you think I like WebUI Prime more. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, it seems a little bit easier. I'm very curious about netconf though. At least for the project where I am going to use this, we will have full netconf support. So if I can leverage that, that would be better. So I'm trying to think, like, even though I don't have domain knowledge about NSO, I have domain knowledge about Yank, so trying to think of like what the process would look like, even if you say, you need to use this Pioneer package. So we have our models directly on the device, which we can download from the device or from repo. This makes sense. I'm trying to understand why NSI can't use that directly without any package. This is interesting. What does this do? Okay, we did that. We did that as well. Default port for netconf is 830. No need to specify port. You need SSH keys. We did that. Any attempt will fail since we don't have netconfnet yet. Okay. I don't think Pioneer is available there, right? No, it's not available. So yeah, I would need to install it, blah blah blah. Yeah, it will take forever. Okay, we will then skip this for now. We will just re-add those devices using SSH methods. I hope one day I will get used to this syntax. Show running config, I guess. Okay, so okay. Yeah. Woohoo! So now I should be able to access that config as well. So it will be show run devices device sjpr1 config. Oh, it's pretty much standard config. There is only management interface configured. Let me see if I can disable my IAM. Okay, so this part works. In the GUI, I don't see a lot of stuff that I like. I mean, like, I don't see like if there is something that I can like really use here. Maybe checking the whole config makes sense. Like just, but I'm trying to see if there is like template instantiate sync from compare config check yeah connect cp from. Okay, let's do the following. So I would like to create some kind of IP addressing here between the borders. Oh, not here. Between these borders and ISP devices. Some kind of network. So let's add something. So okay, so ISP will be the first IP address. The CE devices will have the second IP address. So let's do this via MSO. So config devices device sjpr1 config, and now I'm saying what I want to configure. So this will be IS interface gigabit 3 IP address, gigabit 3 IP address, okay. Okay, so now shut down. Now we are going to do the same thing. JBR2 6, the same for P, but on PE devices I don't remember the interface name. E01. Okay. So SP1 P1 is going to be .1, and this is going to be Ethernet. 1. And this is going to be similar thing. This is going to be 5. Okay, so let's see. Something didn't work out there. Oh, oops. Uh, Interesting. Why this didn't work? Element doesn't exist. Oops. This is not cool. Ethernet links are not part of the net package. Oops. Not cool. Let's do this. Show config. No. The default install is very old. Okay. See. Show. Well, I don't think that's old. Is this old? Build info date. Oh, okay, no. Build info date is when I installed the whole thing. The package version is 3003 and I'm doing something strange. 47. No, it's different folder. Okay, 607 and this is 303. Yeah. Okay. This makes perfect sense. Okay, so you told me that I have to extract those. I don't remember how to do it though. Is it just tar command? Let me see if I can find signed. Maybe here. We need to put untar put untar put in packages folder, remove old one. I don't know what is compression used. Is it BZ or JZ? It's not in docs. Okay. So you're saying that this, for example, that I have here is a tar archive, right? Okay. Okay. Thanks. I'm moron. Of course, I can't run the script if it's not in the same folder as I am. Oh, Jesus Christ. Requires Python 2.7. You guys are gotta be kidding me. Let me check what is the latest version of Python 2.2. I think it's 14 or something. 2.7.15. Okay. This will take some time. Oh, you're saying that it worked even though it failed. Actually, you're right. So it got unpacked. But still, then I would miss an opportunity to show how PyEnv works. So Okay, we can actually go ahead at least for this file, because I also want to do it for ASA and for Junos as well. So meanwhile, let me extract this. And I always forget this goddamn syntax of this command. Every single time I have to do it, I can never remember it. Okay, so for BZ it's J, for okay, X for extract, Z for GZ, and F for file name. Okay, X, Z, F. Okay. PyEnv. Okay, here is PyEnv. So let me show you. So when I do Python, I am going to Python 3.7. Now I can say PyEnv global 2715, and I do Python again, and now it's 2715. I think it's goddamn amazing. And when I do pip, it also refers to 2715 as well. I honestly think it's so amazing. Okay, let's extract our other packages as well. So ASA. Okay, this worked. And Junos as well. Okay, so what is the procedure? You will need to put packages in folder, remove the old one, packages serial.force. Okay. So I will need to move. Oh no, I will also extract all of those as well. So tar. Damn it, I again forgot. No. Okay. Okay, ASA, IS, Juniper, Junos. Okay, so now we move this folder. No, let's first remove everything from NCS 47 packages. Nets. Okay, so I remove then Cisco IOS and Juniper Junos. And I will also remove ISXR as well. Okay, so now I can move my Cisco iOS there. I can move Juniper there, and I can move ASA there. Okay, so now I have those. Now I need to create symlinks for my project. And let me show you once again. So, not Python 2, sorry. So I say Python, it's 2715. I say pip minus v, it says it's for Python 2.7. Now I do python global 370. Now I say Python, I am back to 370. I say pip minus v. We are using pip from 370. This is cool. Okay, so we need to create siblinks in our folder for the project. So the folder was projects, network programmability lab, I guess, NSO data, and packages. Okay, so I'm removing the symlink and I'm creating new symlinks. So ln minus s. At least I remember the syntax of ls. Let's also do for ASA and Junos as well. Okay, so packages serial load force or something like this. Packages serial load. Let's try with load force. Meanwhile, I will go ahead and look in the files. This wasn't a great idea, was it? Okay, this interface is there now. This is taking forever though. Okay. System upgrade has completed successfully. Okay then. Okay, so show packages. There is Cisco ASA. There is Cisco iOS 607, Junos. Perfect. So I guess I need to do device sync from again. Okay, so now if I do show run devices, device, and I'm looking for the What was the device we wanted to configure? ISP1 ISP1 P1. ISP1 P1 config. What again did I... Okay. So 15.7, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay, now interfaces are here. So this seems like it's working now. Okay, so now I should be able to apply this config. So config blah blah blah. Now I should be able to say show configuration, and it will tell me what is going to be applied. This seems like, oh, this is a mistake, definitely. This should be 6. Okay, top show config 1 5 2 6. Okay. So let's also have somewhere in my notes the dry run command for the commit. So the command is commit dry run out format native. Okay. So this is config diff. Well, it's dry run for the commit. So now I should be able to say commit. And let's also do this. Let's go to our BR1 and let's say ping 209.165.200, I guess 2. Repeat. Okay, so commit. Commit complete. But ping is not working. No. Oh, okay. Now it's done. Nice. Perfect. So we applied basically simultaneous change from a couple of devices. So show IP interface brief. We have here our interface that we just configured via CLI on multiple devices. Nice. That's cool. Let's check the GUI, what is happening there. Nope, not this one. Here. No, this doesn't work. There are some alarms as well, let's see. I don't know, this doesn't seem like it's working. Let's go to the main view. Okay, I can select any config and just do rollback if this is what I want. Let's do this. Let's configure a loopback somewhere and let's try doing rollback there. So device, let's say sjbr1 config iOS interface loopback 0 IP address, and let's hijack 111. Okay, show config. Okay, this is what is going to be applied. Now I do commit on BR1. Loopback is going up, and we see an IP address. So now if I click here on the rollbacks, here is this commit, and look at this closely. You see those rollbacks, they contain reverse operation. In this case, they contain the like delete flag, that if I'm going to apply this rollback, this is what is going to be applied, the delta. So let's do this now. Oh, and I think I have to commit rollback as well. Now loopback is gone. Yeah, it's indeed gone. Pretty awesome, I guess. Okay. There are no really questions or comments in the chat. Let's move forward. So I really like this network-wide commit. So you can, you know you have changes on multiple devices. You can go ahead and commit them in one go. This is pretty cool, I guess. Okay, we kinda saw the GUI. It doesn't feel like there is a lot in the GUI. There is some stuff, but it's strange. A little bit. I can make sense out of this. So I will just stick with CLI or API. So, okay, so what we did so far, we connected to a couple of our devices in the lab, and we were able to do network-wide change where we configured IP addresses on these 4 devices and basically push them at the same time. I'm thinking what we should do next. I don't want to do the same thing here, it's boring. but I am curious to see API as well. So we already saw CLI, we already saw um, GUI. Let's check API. So for API, let me also turn on the light because it's becoming pretty dark here. I just realized that you were not able to see my camera at all. That's weird. Let me see if I can quickly fix that, but I'm not so optimistic actually. No, it seems like my camera is just gone. So I'm going to switch to another camera from my laptop. So you can see me now from another angle. Okay. So there was some comment in the chat. Suggest my Python tutorial. Okay then, Jason. Hands-on and so simple Python. Understand common challenges. No. With NCI ma IP single retransaction. Okay, let's do this. So why I'm pretty sure that pip install will not work. 10101. It's not a good sign. PyNSO, Python 2.3 coverage, PyNSO, so client. Who's developer of this? GitHub. Okay, dimension data. PyNSO is requests wrapper for the REST API. NCS is installed with NSO, that is not the same package. Well, I'm actually keen to learn. I prefer the REST API over other stuff most of the time. But let's see what you have here. Retransaction. NCS is installed with NSO. You cannot pip install the library. What can I say? Well, I'm pretty sure if I will just do IPython Why don't I have IPython here? Oh, because it's different server. That's why. I'm not sure I will be able to find it. Hmm. Well, here's a problem. If I do Python, oh, it works. Why this works though? This doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't see this library installed. So how come we look for this module in some folder? This bothers me. I don't like Magic Python where it looks for modules. CSPAS. Oh, I see now. So it changes Python path to the directory. Now it makes sense. So changes Python path and then it's able to look for modules. That said, I don't know like why it's so hard to actually add this to PyAPI to install it. It would be so much easier. So let me quickly look through what you have. I'm not 100% sure that I want to do the same thing, but let's see. I'm usually fine with with REST API. Where is this? Magic automation. Okay, you win. Let me try the same thing. that said, I can do it in PyCharm. Okay. Oh, they really name it magic. It's so funny. This is funny. Password is not needed. Second argument should be Python. Context. Okay, thanks. Okay. So, what version of Python I'm using? 370. So, let's configure interpreter as well. Oh no. Okay, now we can put everything there. So okay. I think the only thing that bothers me is this. I think this is incorrect. Um, okay, this looks good. So depends on MyPy. Can't find module name in CS. Well, that's actually fine. It's not a big deal. So now we can run this pipenv run python NSO stp. Okay, this works. Thanks for help, Jason. Let's see what else we can do with this. This syntax is bothering me. Underscore something. I can't stand those MyPy problems. I have to fix them. See, using MyPy paid off. I made the mistake and I was able to catch it even before I ran it. Nice, MyPy is saying everything is great. But this one didn't work out so well though. What is parameter cached? And how do you know about it? Fair point. Okay, let's try this. I will have to modify code a little bit, or I don't. Now, since they are dynamic, I will not be able to see them here, unfortunately. But it makes sense because they're dynamic. So probably there is like getUtter or something which transforms this into like API call or whatever that is. But I think I see the problem. I put .config, which doesn't make any sense. No, actually something is... Just to make it a little bit easier to interact, I will put it back here. Actually, yeah. Hmm. This is weird. But that actually doesn't really makes a lot of sense. For example, CSR, right? In short version, it actually has a product name, so I would expect you could get it there. Whatever. Do you know if you can access... Well, this stuff is accessing the shell commands, correct? If this is what it is doing. Or maybe not, I don't know. But there are only inventory and version, so... When so the sync from it does regex parts of shell version and populates those CDP values for that device. Okay. I'm thinking we should enable some global option. Something like, I don't know, NTP server or something like that. Let's apply it everywhere, why not? Let's see if this will work. Not type doesn't support assignments. Not type doesn't support assignments. Here is NTP service configured. So let's do this. Thanks for joining, Jason. Have a great day. I will be wrapping up very soon, actually. I'm looking for the Yank model to see what is going on there. Okay, container NTP. Can't find it. Tell info configure NTP. Passive logging. Authentication key. Nope. MD5. Authenticate trusted key orphan. Max distance. Container peer. No, this is access group. NTP master, NTP peer, no. NTP server, container IP, use IP for DNS resolution, container server IP. Well, I don't see here how you can configure the server itself, but it's obviously supported. If I say ntsclic-u admin, and now I say show config devices device ISP1 P1 show run. IIS NTP server and then just server name. Why the hell this is? Okay, peer list, and then peer list contains a number of okay. and CS devices device config isntp peer list. And this device actually has NTP servers configured. ISNTP server peer list. Oh, here we go. Let's see if this works. List object has no attribute append. I don't see here a way where you can add to this peer list anything. So just get attribute hash init. I don't see here anything. Okay, whatever. Let me see if there is something else interesting in this lab. I could also do something similar where like I check if there is some item like this, then I want to change the name. But if I don't have NTP server at all, so then this will not work. Okay, I feel like I'm getting tired and doesn't we're not getting anywhere really. So let's do summary wrap up for today, and I will tell you what we are going to do next time, most likely, because it can always change last minute. So today on the stream we connected NSO to our lab and added those devices there, and we also checked that we can actually manage them. One cool stuff that I really liked was how we applied network-wide change. So we said I would like to configure IP address here, IP address here, IP address here, IP address here, and then we did commit, and then it went ahead and configured this change on all of these 4 devices. We also were able to configure like loopback and also do rollback, but we kind of saw it last time. We also saw a way how you can upgrade the package, so you can just you download it from their portal, you extract it, you put the files in the right folder, and you reload the packages. This was pretty straightforward. And the last thing, we were started checking their API that is shipped, this module NCS. It's kind of tricky in some places, especially figure out exactly like the proper syntax and so on. It's very similar to Yank models that they have, but still it's kind of tricky to build this syntax correctly. For example, we saw this one didn't work out so well today. So there are obviously ways to do that. I just I wasn't able to figure it out yet. What else? So well, this is pretty much it. We haven't checked the REST API, and I'm very curious about REST API itself. Since like it's REST, it's usually very easy to use. So this is what I'm probably going to explore next time. I'm also want to explore services. This is something that is on my bucket list for quite a while. And the concept of service is when you create some kind of template / code which describes your service. You push some kind of variables, and then it goes to different devices and does some config. It's basically templates, but taken to the next level where the templates across your infrastructure. So I'm looking forward to do that. So we are going to explore REST API next time, as well as service if we will have time, and unless I will change the topic last minute. The last announcement is that very important one. The next stream is not going to be on Sundays. The next stream is going to be on Saturday. The main reason why is that I'm going home for vacation, so on Sunday, so we'll have a stream on Saturday instead of Sunday. So keep that in mind. I will also announce it later via Twitter. With that, let me check if there are any last questions. No, I don't see any questions, and most of the people left as well. So with that, thank you very much guys for sticking with me today, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye everyone.